Hello. Today I want to talk about weight loss motivation. And it's Thursday, so I'll also tell you of my Thursday weigh-in with Weight Watchers. But let's get started right off the bat with weight loss motivation. Over the years, which I'll explain something about how many years here in a minute, I have tried many different things to keep weight loss motivation in my mind. I have shared several times on this channel that mindset is so important and motivation helps your mindset. I wanted to share with you what I have used for motivation over these last 8 years. Last Sunday, I celebrated 8 years on maintenance. Other than 1 year, which was 2016, I have been under the weight of 137 pounds on October the 2nd of each year, starting in 2014. And this year, when I weighed in last Sunday, which that was October the 2nd, I weighed 122 pounds. Well, that's obviously 15 pounds less than the 137. About a month ago, I began to get a little above what I consider my happy weight of 123 to 125. I knew October the 2nd was coming, and over the last couple of years, I've always put in my description that I had lost more than 90 pounds or over 90 pounds. So that was my motivation for these last few weeks. I wanted to get under 123 pounds so I could honestly say to each of you that I had lost more than 90 pounds. Now, I would have been okay if I'd have been over 123, but that motivation was just enough to get me there. So this is one of the big things I use for weight loss motivation today after all these years. I celebrate certain days of the year, in particular 2. One is October the 2nd, which that's when I first attained my goal weight of 137 pounds. The second is when I celebrate in January, the 9th specifically, is when I started Weight Watchers in 2014. So I have multiple dates that give me motivation to do well. And I really like the one in January because, as all of y'all know, I have only had 1 year in these 8 years that I have not gained weight during the Christmas holidays. So by January the 9th, I have a good week and a half, 2 weeks, that I can really concentrate on getting off whatever I've gained during the Christmas holidays. Sometimes it's worked, sometimes it hasn't, but at least I have that. And so today I want you to think about what can be your motivation. Is it a certain date? Is it a certain celebration that you're coming up on? Just some kind of motivation. Because if you have motivation, you have a lot better chance of achieving your goal. In 2014, when I first started Weight Watchers, my motivation was to be able to lose enough weight to get down and play with my grandson in the floor. Well, I couldn't use that all the time because I was having to gradually get to that part. So what motivated me in those early days of my weight loss journey was I wanted to lose 5 pounds a month. That was my motivation. I wanted to get to that goal. You know, I've heard other people say they can't set goals. Well, that's part of my success. I really believe that is I set goals for myself, and if I don't get them, which sometimes I don't, it makes me strive harder the next month. Well, those first few months on Weight Watchers, I was striving so hard to get to that 5-pound loss each month that there were a couple of months I lost double that. I lost 10 pounds for a couple of those months. Now, toward the times I was getting really close to my original go weight, it was a little bit of a slower go. Those last couple of months, I was lucky to lose 3 pounds during the whole month. But I finally did. And when I weighed in on October the 2nd, I weighed 137 pounds. And that was my go weight. Luckily for me, I had other motivation to want to lose a cushion weight. And I lost another 15 pounds, well, somewhere between 12 and 15 pounds, so that if I had those holidays, which they come around every year, that if I gained some weight, I'd be okay because I had that cushion. So that was motivation, to have a cushion. So if those days came, I'd be okay. And I wish that my motivation could be yours, but it's not. It possibly is, but you find what your motivation is to lose weight or to keep the weight off. Because this year, when I weighed in on October the 2nd, which was last Sunday, I weighed 122 pounds. That means I was over 90 pounds lost. And that's what my motivation is now, is that I can honestly say that I have lost more than 90 pounds. Now, yes, that's a little below my happy weight, but that's all right. It's a motivating factor. My next motivation comes January the 9th, when I celebrate when I joined Weight Watchers. I sure hope that I can weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of 122 in January. If I don't though, it'll just give me the motivation to get there by the end of the month. By the way, I made a YouTube short last Sunday talking about my anniversary, my weight, and I'm going to link it up here so that you can watch it. It talks about 3 tips that I know have helped me not only lose the weight, but keep it off. Now, I'm going to share what my weigh-in was for this week. I weighed in last Thursday, and that is the day that I count as the closest weigh-in to my anniversary, and I weighed 121.4. I was well under the 90 pounds lost. Then Sunday, as I said, I weighed 122 even. Well, I celebrated a little too much on this week of my anniversary, and this morning when I weighed 122.8. But that's okay. I'm still under that 123 pounds, so I can legitimately say that I have lost more than 90 pounds since I started back in January of 2014. Please give me comments about what your motivation is, what you draw on to be a success, either by losing weight or by maintaining. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you're not, and please share if you think someone else will benefit from it. Until next week, goodbye.